video on our channel. Welcome to another episode of Start to Spin. My name is Diego, also known as DJ Pretty Boy, alongside my boy Shay, also known as DJ Shay. And together we have decided to start this journey to talk about DJ related content such as product reviews, tips and tricks, tell our stories, learn something from each other, and at the same time learn something from you guys, and you guys can learn something from us. So if you are a beginner DJ or you are a seasoned DJ, this is the spot to be. And with that being said, let's go ahead and start the intro.
All right.
Alright.
All right. We're back.
Welcome back to another episode of Start to Spin. You already know we're
Yes,
here
sir.
and we are ready to discuss. Now, this is part two of what we previously discussed on the episode 8. And we're going to be talking about the top questions that we get asked as DJs from clients. They want to make sure that you are the right fit for them. And there's a whole bunch of questions that come out on your, at least on your first meeting, and we wanna tell you guys how we handle it. And I don't know, maybe some of you guys can handle it the same way. You handle it different. If you do, make sure you leave it in the comments. We'll read them for you, and then we'll have a discussion about it. The thing is that we all want to learn. We all here to learn and to be better. So we'll get started with the second part of it. And one of the main questions is with your contracts. So once you decide that you are the right fit and everything is golden, and they ask, do you have a contract? What is in your contract? Do you act as the MC, or will you need another MC? Are you taking other people, or it's just you by yourself? Does your rate include like setup, breakdown? Does your contract have an overtime clause? All of these things. How do you talk to them about this topic?
Yeah, I think for me, it's definitely I have a contract, and the contracts have a lot in it. I personally, I'm using the same contract that I used from when I started, which was I just Googled like DJ sample
Yeah.
DJ service contract,
Uh-huh.
and then I just kind of edited it to fit my specific case, and then over the years, and it's kind of changed. So I haven't like personally gone to a lawyer and had new contract like just for me, and maybe I'll do that in the future. But for now, this service contract kind of general thing has worked out, and I also used Chat GPT a bit to add some clauses in there when I needed them, like for social media consent, or for like back when I started, COVID was still kind of around, so it was like a COVID clause about like how they could reschedule and stuff. So Chat GPT helps for making the contract. But anyways, what I do usually is I'll go over like the main points of the contract, which is basically regarding like how the payment works. So I always talk to them about okay, like once you sign the contract, I'll also need a deposit in order to finalize the booking, and then the rest of the payment is due 2 weeks before. That's how I do it for my events, unless there like some reason why they're need to change it. But per my like standard contract is get paid before. So I go over payment with them, and then other stuff contract wise, I go over things like I need access to power. And if it's going to be like more than 20 feet away from me, like all I need is just for you to let me know in advance, so I could bring extension cords. I What else do I talk about really? I also just mentioned that like it's also if there's any guests like being rowdy or causing disruptions or anything like that, like I just need you guys to know that I'll need some cooperation from you or from somebody to help remove them or help calm them down. And that one's a little tricky. I mean, there's nothing you can really do to enforce that. And if someone breaks something, like what am I going to do? Like come after them for paying for my speaker or something? But for me, it just kind of gets them in thinking about like, all right, we have to be responsible for the DJ's equipment, and we have to be responsible for our guests too. So yeah, I have we have insurance and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, it's like if someone's just being like ridiculous, it's like it's gonna be on whoever's hosting the party or the wedding too. It's like you're kind of responsible for how your guests are behaving. So I mean, I go over just stuff like that, and then obviously the contract has all these extra things about like if you can't make it and sick cause and this and that. But I don't talk about that because like we talk about like we don't get if we're sick we're gonna show up. So there's some stuff that I don't talk about that I just let them read in the contract, and then I just go from there.
How long is your contract? How
I
many
think
pages?
I think it's like the actual text is 3 pages, so it's not that long. But then there's like the 4th page is just like where you
Damn.
put the signatures.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, and about how about deposit? How much do you require? Do you require 50%, 25%,
Yeah,
or
I
is
do
it $75?
20%. I do
20,
20%. Yeah. I do
20% of the okay.
20%, and then I collect the rest 2 weeks before. But sometimes like if it's like corporate or like if a college or something, they're like, oh, we won't pay you until after the event or something. I'm like, I'm more flexible. But with the regular like weddings, definitely with weddings, I think it's like you should try to collect ahead of time, because it's really it can be awkward sometimes too when it's after the wedding, they're they have drink, they're like in a mood, and then you're like, oh, like now you have to pay me, and then like let's say they brought the wrong amount of money or something, and you're like, oh no, actually you owe me this much, and they're like, well, you don't want to have that kind of a discussion like at the end of the night after a wedding. So I just like to get it all up front. Most other vendors are going to be doing the same thing if they're in the wedding industry. And I haven't had like any pushback about that for weddings, at least so far.
Okay, and well, okay. So in my case, my contracts are 2 pages long. So the first one is everything on the hours I'm working, the date of the event, the place of the event, where it's taking place, all of that.
Yeah.
And then the second page is pretty much the context. So I do require. I don't do 20% and I don't do 50%. I just say, give me $250 for a lockdown fee that is non-refundable. You can't get that back. Once you
Yeah.
gave it to me, it's you consider it lost. Now it does get deducted from your final payment. So let's say if the event is 1,500 and you give me 250, now you have to give me 1,250
Yeah.
at the end. So that's what I have. And when it comes to the final payment, you have until the day before for me. You have until the day before of the event to send me the money. Or in like worst case scenario, you can send it to me like Saturday before I load it. Before I load in.
Yeah.
If I don't get it before I load in, I'm not
Not showing
showing
up.
up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which it's I guess it's a little kind of messed up, but you had so long to send the
Yeah.
money.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
So
as long as they know that if you're not getting the payment, you're not gonna come. Then and
yeah, because
that's in the contract. So then
yeah,
it's like,
you're not gonna it's pretty much wasting time, wasting gas, and all that. You
yeah,
don't get payment. Yeah, you're not gonna work for free. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
So okay, so yeah, so that's that, and then again, like I was mentioning to you before, the lockdown fee. Let's say that something happens and you're not having your wedding anymore, you lose it because that's not my fault that you can't do it, and I separated the date already. But I'll give you have a year within to like do it again, and if I'm available on that day, then I can do it. If
yeah,
not, you either look for another date or you're gonna have to look for another DJ, and you still have the lockdown fee for whatever party you want to do within a year. After a year, it's gone. You know,
yeah, yeah,
I yeah. So because at the end of the day, let's say like you hire me and you give me the 250, and then you have me okay this day, and then okay those 3 months later, and then 3 months later, and then you never do the party,
yeah,
and then I'm like saying no to other people because you're telling me that day. You know what I'm saying? So
exactly.
I'm losing clients. I'm losing money just because you can't get it, straight.
Yeah.
I know life happens and there's so many things going on, but also we also have to maintain, our clientele and make
Right.
sure that you can do as many events as you can or as
Yeah,
you
and a
want.
year
And
is totally reasonable too.
yeah,
It's like
so
that's
and I give
plenty
him
of
a
time.
year. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like you have a year, uh, whether it's a house party or the wedding. Obviously, if it's a house party, yeah, it's gonna be a different price,
Yeah.
and you just pay the rest. But you still have the no, no, you still I still honor the 250
Right.
with,
Right.
with regards to that. So that's that. I also like I mentioned this before too. On my contract, it says that I want to be preferably in the center of the dance floor.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
They
You
need
have
to
that.
provide me with power
Yeah.
source,
Yeah.
at least a 15 amp for me, just for me. And like I come with an MC where two people, and
Mm.
if it's required that we have to do like anything like special like the smoke machine, not smoke, dancing on the cloud, or the 360, then that becomes three people job or four. So if I have the photo booth working on the same event, I have my wife work. She works the photo booth,
Mm.
and then I'll get like one of my boys to do the dancing on the cloud, and then
Yeah.
Pee Wee and myself. So
Yeah. It's a big team.
yeah, it's a big team when it has to be.
Yeah.
And there's times like last week when I did the wedding, I really didn't have to take anybody with me besides Christian because he's the one the MC. But since JC is learning and
Yeah.
he wanted to learn the ropes, I was like, yeah, you can come to our event. Again, wasn't like the best event to go to because there was no much dancing. There was
Yeah.
only a 40-minute gap for partying because we had to wait for the pastor to leave. So once the pastor left,
Everyone went
then the
crazy.
party started. But again, when the pastor left, there was like 80% of the crowd left too because the majority
Yeah.
were like Christians. So
Yeah. Yeah.
um, so that took a big chunk of the people, and
Yeah.
it was just like pretty much the court, and then a couple of friends of the girl.
Yeah.
So eventually, it was fun for him to experience this type of event as well. But it's not like a wedding or like a real, not real, but like a
Like a two,
typical
3 hour
quinceañera.
dance. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
you got a
So
2 hour dance floor.
So that's another thing. So, but usually I don't, like you say, you go over the contract with them. I don't do that. I just send the contract and I tell them if you have any questions, let me know. But everything is already in there and it's very simple. It's like an iPhone dummy proof.
Right.
You will
Yeah, I would say
understand
I
everything it
just
says.
go through the big, like, the big points, because there's a lot of extra stuff in there about, like I said, like cancellations and how long you have to rebook and all that kind of stuff. But stuff like they need to know about what the payment schedule is, go over that. And then like what I need from them, which is like the power source, like just so that there's things that if they just, some people, I don't know, like if there's some people that just sign something without reading it, if they're like that, then at least it's like the stuff that I need them to know, they know about, and it's not like I'm trying to like sneak stuff in the contract.
Yeah,
So that's why like the big stuff I just go over with them, and then there's always all like little stuff like that about, like, I don't know, whatever contract stuff is in there.
yeah.
So,
I think that's why the first meeting that I have with them is very very important because even though I don't go over the contract, I say the things that are in the contract in a
right, right,
conversational way. You know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So it doesn't sound like I am like perpetrating my contract out there. I'm just telling you, look, so what I'm gonna need if we go forward is I'm gonna need to be right in front of the dance floor, and I explain why, and
right, right,
then I'm gonna need a power source, preferably a 15 amp for all the equipment that I'm gonna use.
right.
So
And then and
that's
then they
another
see
thing.
then they know all that at least, and then it's in your contract also.
Yeah,
So
once they see
when
in the
they sign
contract, it's
it,
not a question because they already know.
they already know
You know what
exactly.
I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah. So that's
One
that's
thing I'll say though about the payments, because I've had you probably have your own stories about bad experiences with payments, but I
yeah.
had the reason also, like, I'm become a big fan of doing it beforehand is because, like, I've had situations where I'll do, these are more like the casual parties. Like I did like a house party, and then the guy was like, you know, I after the party, he's like, oh, we had a great time, and we went overtime and stuff like that too, you know. And then he's like, oh, but I don't have the money right now. Like I'll Venmo it to you tomorrow or something. And he's like he's kind of gone too. He's kind of drunk. And I'm
It,
like, bro, like once you leave, the problem is once you leave the place, it's like the guy has no reason to like want to send you money, you know? And it's like, what are you gonna do? Like show up to his house and call collections and stuff like that for your DJ event? Like, yeah, you could, but it's like, you know, you get into these situations where it's like, you know,
it's an extra
like
hassle that you don't
yeah,
have to.
it's a
You don't need.
hassle, and then like, you know, the guys like, you know, has no incentive to pay you once you've left the place. So basically I had to be like, no, like can you I need you to like please send it to me now, like, you know, I'll give you my Venmo, like you can just do it right now. And then it's like an awkward conversation, and it's like it's an awkward way to leave off the night.
I hate that.
Yeah, and I've also had situations where it's like, yo, we're going overtime, and I tell them like, okay, you know, this is the overtime rate. You guys have to. It's going to be this much additional. And then afterwards, they're like trying to negotiate with me after the night is over. All right, we'll give you 100, we'll give you 150 or something for the overtime. When it's like, no, like, you know, we talked about the overtime rate, like that's the rate, but it's like you've already done the service. So
Yeah.
one of the things that I haven't done it yet because I haven't had it since like I had this problem. But
Mhm.
what I was thinking is, if you're doing overtime, it's like, all right, whatever extra is like, you got to pay me up front. Like if you want to go like half an hour overtime, then pay me like 150, you know, right now, and then I'll keep going. Otherwise, we have to cut it off at, you know, whatever the time is that you know the party was supposed to end. Because I've gotten these people that'll try to finesse me afterwards, you know, like, all right, now that you're there, all right, well, you did a good job. We'll give you $100. All right, bye. Like I'm not that kind of guy, and I don't think, you know, for us, like, you know, a lot of us aren't the type of guys that are gonna be like, no, like, yo, give me my money, bro. Like trying to like, you know, cause
Yeah.
a scene afterwards. So
Me
um,
neither. I'm not the type. I'm not gonna fight for money, but
yeah,
like
exactly.
it's just crazy to me. Like, and I do have a couple stories about like payments because again, I'm very lenient. I'm very chill when it comes to like all this stuff.
Yeah.
That sometimes it comes and bites you in the ass, but
Yeah, like
like
you get taken advantage of. So it's like then you don't have to be in those situations, and you don't have to like, you know, play hardball with people afterwards. Like, you know, do things up front. And then you can end the
yeah.
night on a good note too with the client. You know, you don't have to end the night on an awkward conversation.
Is your overtime price for a regular party the same as for a like a wedding?
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
the way I calculate the overtime is basically whatever the rate is. Like for I usually have like a DJ rate. So like basically for a wedding, it's usually for me it's like $300 an hour for overtime, and then for a regular party, like it just depends on how big the party is, you know. But usually it's like 150 to 200, you know. For but
okay.
it is less because you know, weddings is just way more. And usually the things with weddings though is it doesn't usually go overtime, because if you're going overtime, like they're paying the whole venue, they're paying venue staff to go overtime. Like weddings don't usually go like overtime, you know.
Yeah, it's rare. It's rare. And that's just like a house wedding, and in the backyard or something.
Yeah,
Uh,
right.
like this Saturday coming up, I have an event, and it's from 3 to 8. It's a wedding,
Yeah.
3 to 8, but with the possibility of being till 9.
Oh,
So so the guy the couple was like, yo, so there's a possibility, a big chance of going up to 9 o'clock, but like let's but like 8 o'clock for sure, but there's a possibility of 9.
how
And
are
she
you handling it? What are you
and
doing for that?
I was like, you know what, let's do this. Let's just go with let's go with the regular one, which is from 3 to 8, and 30 minutes before 8 o'clock, we'll come up to you and you let us know whether you want to go to 9 or not. And if you do want to go to 9, this is the extra. I to in my head is like extra time. I'm already there. I'm already set up and everything. All I have to do is keep playing for an hour. So
Yeah.
I'm like, so there's just $150 extra time.
Yeah,
I don't care
you're already
whatever
there.
that. I'm already
That
there,
is the
yeah.
difference.
And I'm making money. Oh, so we got SA Entertainment. Go ahead,
Yes,
man. I
sir.
suck
Thanks
with
for
you.
the comment. Oh, I recognize SA Entertainment. You left a comment on one of my videos, man. Thanks, I appreciate it.
Okay, having a system is a game changer. I have someone come with me when I have bigger setup and or have photo booth. Which unit do you use or dancing on the cloud?
Yeah, that's a
Okay,
question for you.
so all right. Well, first of all, thank you for your comment. I appreciate the fact that you are watching us. So your first question, what do I use for photo booth? So I have the 360 photo booth, and it is for I don't know, man. We got it from Amazon. That was where we got it from. But
Yeah, you said which unit for dancing on the cloud?
and for dancing on the cloud, we use a Nimbus.
You have
So
one, right? Or you
yeah,
have
I
one.
have one. Yeah, I have one. I have one Nimbus. What do you use?
He also said he uses
I
HoneyBook.
use HoneyBook for the contracts. Yeah, I heard. Yeah, I heard HoneyBook is pretty good. I took a peek at HoneyBook, and yeah, it is. It does make life simpler because CRM and all of that, and it has like contracts and templates and all of that. Like it's crazy. But
Yeah.
but again, I feel like right now since I'm still in the like hobby type of DJing and doing it when I want to, not a business. I don't. I think like I'm managing it pretty well by myself. But if I decide to like make it into like something more serious, then yeah, HoneyBook will be definitely one of the first thing that I will get because it helps so much. I've seen so many DJs use HoneyBook, and then there's this other one that I don't remember, but
DJ Event Planner.
yeah, I think so, Event Planner. But I
That's
think
the
HoneyBook
one.
is better based on
Yeah.
everything that I've heard. I think HoneyBook is better.
Yeah, I do the same thing. I don't use any of them, but I think I'm gonna get HoneyBook maybe this year or something.
And
But
it's not that expensive.
yeah, and I've seen DJ Event Planner because I've worked with like other companies that use it, and I don't know. I just personally I just think that like having a portal and people having to like sign into something and then type it all into your template is just kind of like it's just too many extra steps. Like I get for us it's convenient, but thinking on the client side, like they have to type everything into that specific template. I think I'd like something that's more flexible and like I don't know. I think DJ Event Planner is kind of old school from what I've seen how it's been. So I think HoneyBook is a lot more like streamlined.
I always get paid 2 weeks prior. If they want you to stay longer, get
Yep.
payment there in the moment. Yes, I
Exactly.
definitely agree with you on that regard. Especially when it comes to overtime, they tell you they're oh yeah, we'll pay you, and then they get really drunk and they forget, and then good luck the next day. But like, hey, I didn't get the
So
money.
the
Can you
next day
resend
you're
it to me?
done. They're like, oh,
Yeah,
they just ghost
yeah,
you. Like yeah, unless you have like maybe it just depends on the person, but you never
yeah.
know. Like people like
See, so
yeah.
in that sense, with at least for me, uh, Pee Wee comes in clutch because he's the one that talks. So he comes to me
He's a
like
repo man or something. He's
kind of, and then I'm telling him, look, we got 30 minutes. Go tell them if they want to go over or we cut it at whatever 8 o'clock.
yeah. I think that's what you
And,
gotta
and
do.
then he comes back like, yo, they want an hour. And I was like, all right, 150. And he's
Yeah,
like, all right. So he goes and then yo, they're trying to like tell us 100 or whatever. I'm like, 150 or
yeah.
we
We
leave
just
at
cut
8.
it
I
off.
don't mind, I don't mind, or we leave at 8. And
Yeah,
then
like that's the
they're like, okay, fine, fine. I was like, all right, get the money.
yeah
If you don't get
exactly. That's what you have
I'm
to do.
telling you, if you don't get the money by 7:55 at 8 o'clock, I don't care if they come with the money. At 8 o'clock, I'm cutting because
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I need to like mentally prepare myself for another hour in there.
No, it's
You know what I'm
legit
saying?
because you're if you're at 7:55, you're thinking like how am I gonna wrap up the set? You're like
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
you're bringing it down. You're trying to end on a high note or something, and then it's like all right, do another hour. It's like yo, like we're like up here or something. Like how are you gonna keep this going for an hour? You plan your set based on when you're gonna end.
Yeah, so yeah, so those things we have to take in consideration when it comes to overtime and making it um seamless as possible
Yeah,
when you
and
talk to
I
the
think that's the
client and
thing. Like,
all of that.
if they want to do it, it's like, yeah, you paid till the time. We'll keep going until the time. No worries. It's like, well, it's not like you're cutting them off early or something. It's just we're not gonna keep going past the time unless it's like the money's paid.
Yeah,
Because
and
I've had so many times they're like, oh, can you just take $50 afterwards? And I'm like, Well, what am I
Uh,
gonna do? Like, I'm not
I'll
gonna
be like,
rob you. Like, yeah, I have to take
I'll
whatever you're giving me. You know?
I'll take that $50, but you're only getting 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And well, and those 15
If
minutes
you-
means
yeah.
I'm tearing things down.
Yeah.
That's what you get.
You get the lights
It's
on, the light, all the one speaker because I'm breaking down the other one.
yeah, pretty much. SA, what type of photo booth do you have? And do you use Dancing on the Cloud? And if so, what machine do you use? Because
Yeah,
there's
SA
there's
SA
there's
was
several
on
ones.
my he commented on my video with the mics because he was saying he was I think he said GTD. He has GTD too. He's looking for a new setup for ceremonies. So that was interesting because that's the same exact reason that I bought those Phoenix Pro with ceremonies in mind.
Yeah. So I have SA. I have the 71s, BTU 71s, and I pushed it really hard on Shay, and then he got the U. What is it?
To you,
The 2U
to use with the
and
true diversity.
diversity. Yeah, with the two diversity. So
Except then they have this thing with on the bottom, but it's
yeah,
it's it's only noticeable because they have a signal meter. It's like they added in that extra feature where they show the how strong your signal is. So now
yeah,
you can see on there when the signal drops down versus on the 71, it's like you don't know unless it cuts out. You're not gonna know if the signal is like going down or something.
yeah, and that's
So that's the thing.
so
I think the 2U kind of screwed themselves, by putting a signal meter in there. So now
yeah,
everyone can see. Oh, when you hold the bottom, the signal goes down. Otherwise,
yeah,
otherwise, if you don't get a dropout, it's like you don't know if the signal is at 1 or at 100. As long as it's
yeah.
getting signal, is good.
So if you're looking for like a true diversity on a budget, I think the 2U
Yeah,
it's the one of the best choices. And if you're looking for just like regular microphones, the 71s are pretty good. I've been
yeah,
using it for like 5, 6 years, so and
yeah,
I've never had a problem with them. And I've done a lot of weddings with ceremonies, and like the lapel mics are good too. Like I'm
yeah,
not obviously there's always gonna be like some type of interference, rare interference with the lapels. Handhelds are always way better
You mean like
than lapels.
sound
The,
quality, right? Not like the connection,
no,
or
no, yeah, not a connection. I mean, like the quality of the sound is
yeah.
different. It's better on the handheld than on a lapel. So
Yeah.
just you gotta
I
keep that
think
in
I think
consideration.
that doesn't matter if you have a Shure lapel or
Yeah,
Sennheiser or a Phoenix. It's just
yeah.
like
I'm talking about in general. When you do a lapel
yeah,
compared to a handheld is a million times better,
yeah, yeah.
stronger, and is better. So
Easier to control too
yeah.
with like
So, but
feedback.
again, if you're looking at like budget-friendly microphones, the Phoenix line, they're pretty good. You
Yeah.
won't go wrong with those.
I was thinking of doing a comparison because I have the GTD, which is also true diversity. But I would say if you want handhelds, I still like my GTD like for the handhelds. But the problem with GTD is if you're looking for a lapel, like clip-on lapel, it's like you got to get the Phoenix one because the GTD clip-on lapel is like terrible. Like I use the headset one, but most officiants at weddings don't want the headset. They
Yeah, they
I
want
think
that
I think
little
I think
clip
they would
thing.
yeah, they would prefer obviously they prefer the clip, but they would prefer the handheld, I think, over the headset. I don't think, that doesn't work for the officiants usually. So at least even for the Phoenix, even if you just buy it for the lapel, it's like still worth the money because if you go to try to buy a Shure or Sennheiser lapel, that's gonna run you like at least 600, most $700 for just a lapel. This one is like you get the lapel and you get the body pack. I mean, and the handheld. And if you get the 71, you get a lapel for $150,
Yeah,
and it's smaller. So the 71 is smaller too, which is nice
yeah, it's smaller.
because you
That's
you
tough.
can you can stick yours on top of an Everse 8. Like it
Yeah,
can fit on there. Mine is with the big.
too long.
Yes, it's a full size like rack size. So it would like look like like wings on the top of a Everse.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. The
The
thing, the
size.
receiver, it's long. So
Yeah,
no, mine is perfect on top of the
yeah,
Everest because that's how
yeah.
I have it. I always put it on top,
On top of the Everse.
and yeah, and it's fine. So
Yeah, so
uh,
we'll see. I'm gonna keep this one, but I'm gonna keep if I get dropouts because of that that holding the bottom thing, I'm gonna make an update video and I'm gonna flame Phoenix Pro. But we'll see.
And I'm just gonna comment on that. I'm like, I told you the 71. You went for the 2U.
I'll be like, bro, I'll be like, yo, Felix, send me the 71. I'm gonna do the same this test on the bottom. I'm gonna walk around with it on the bottom.
If I remember, I'll do it this Saturday because I'm
Yeah,
gonna be
do
outdoors.
it
I'm gonna
and
be
go
outdoors.
far away. Let's see if it has a problem. But
So just text me on Saturday to remind me. So I'll do it.
on Saturday,
'Cause
all right.
I'll be forgetting. I'll be forgetting. Dude, I
Bro,
forget.
I'm telling you, forget the holding the button, bro. You don't even do the auto scan, so you're not gonna be auto scanned and you're gonna be holding the button. That's just if that still survives, bro, that's crazy. The 71 is the winner, hands down. Then.
Well, we'll see. Because again, I don't. You should always auto scan, okay? Auto scan. I don't do it, but you guys should do it.
Yeah, but it depends where you live too. So maybe
It's the area, yeah.
where you live in Virginia, but here in like New York and New Jersey, bro, it's like there's like you go to a venue, and there's like 6 other DJs there. You know, it's like they're all using microphones. So there's always like interference is such a big problem out here. That's why I was like,
Talking about that, I've only had, I guess, twice the problem going to a venue that has like different holes
yeah,
for different events, and I was in one, and then there was other DJ on the other one, so my DMX wasn't working because I guess we were all in the same channel.
You're probably out in the red or something.
Yeah, so I changed mine to like the green.
Yeah.
And it was still kind of delayed, so I went into like the purple, and then that's when it worked.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
yeah, that's that one for sure. You gotta watch out because the red. Everyone's default is the red channel.
Yes, everything defaults to the red
and
channel,
then
so you have to change it.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's what you gotta worry. It can happen theoretically with mics too. So that's also like why everybody's gonna be on that same like 500 band for their mics too.
Yeah. All right. So winding back.
Yeah,
to
back
our
to our list.
So, do you bring backup equipment to all your events? And if so, how do you prepare to make the appearance of the backup stuff? Like, what's your thought process with the backup stuff? Like,
bro, so this is if a client asks us this, right? Yeah. So basically, because like we talked about in another episode, is like I have backups built in, but some of my backups are like kind of ghetto, right? It's like an iPhone. Like, okay, like my laptop breaks down, I don't have a backup laptop always. I bring them to big weddings, but then my backup might be an iPhone. And it's like the couple might not know that the backup is an iPhone playing, So basically, what I tell a couple is like, yes, I do have backups for everything. If something goes down, then we'll be able to keep the party going. The biggest thing is the power. If the power goes down, I can't do anything. But sometimes I'd still bring my Jackery anyways. That I could keep the party going if I need to. But to the client, I said, yes, I have backup microphones, I have backup, backup sound system, backup music. So, you guys don't have to worry about that. I won't go into the specifics. I won't go into the specifics with them though, and hold on though. Essay put another comment. Let's just put this up before we hear your side.
I have a 364 booth, iPad tower, and an inflatable booth. Dang. Shopping around for dancing on the clouds. Damn.
iPad tower, yeah, like the salsa booth or something. Maybe
something like that. And the inflatable booth. So that means like the big ass house, right? The big ass house.
You go inside it or something.
Yeah, you go inside and then you take the the tower, or if it's big enough, you can even have the 360 in there and like go around. It goes around. So yeah, and for you shopping around for dancing on the cloud. So. I would recommend the Nimbus. The only thing is that if the venue it's really big, you're probably gonna need 2 because you're gonna need to be shooting it from both sides. But if the venue is mid-size to small, 1 is enough. But they're expensive. They're like 1,600.
I was gonna see. Does both lighting have
I don't know if you want a boat lighting one though.
Both lighting dancing on the clouds.
I don't know about that, but there's one with the hose, and with the hose and then the little it looks like a vacuum.
Yeah, I've seen. That's what I was thinking about. I don't know if that's dry ice or if that's haze, because haze is then you can get in trouble with the venue.
Yeah, no. what I like about dry ice is that it's low laying. It will not go up. So
Yeah.
you never, at least here in Virginia and DC, in Maryland, you don't have a problem with like venues telling you, as long as it's not haze, because haze
Yeah.
goes up and
Yeah.
like smokes up the whole thing, and then like the
Then
water
the yeah.
things go off. So as long as you don't have that, dry ice is the best way to go, and then it's powerful, and then you get the effect that you want. You just gotta shoot it at the right time and make sure that the photographers are ready, and
Yeah.
in an angle that it will gather. So on weddings, you won't have this problem because the girls wear like their wedding dress is not like too big or like a type of a lamp shape.
Yeah.
You know, like but quinceañeras because they have the lamp shape thing in the bottom that is huge, right?
Yeah.
So when you do that, like look at that thing. That thing is huge. Looks
Yeah,
horrible.
this is the one. This is not the one that Diego recommending, but this is the one that I was saying that I saw on both lighting. Because look at this thing.
Yeah.
But I don't know what
I'm not,
this is though. This is not dry ice, is it? Water-based fog. So I don't know what the hell that is.
oh, so it's water based. Okay.
So you put water. Oh, but see, then you need a fog. Yeah, this would be.
You need fog fluid. That's
Yeah, and
gonna
then
go up. That goes
it's
up.
probably that's gonna set off. That's at high
That
risk
could,
of setting off the fire alarm. I
yeah.
think.
So
Oh
so
yeah,
you're
see.
better off with the Nimbus.
Yeah, I've heard of everyone using the Nimbus. Like that's the one
Yeah.
I've seen.
But again,
I don't have one, but
if you're gonna use the Nimbus and for big venues, it's better to get two of those and shoot them from from two different angles because you'll get like a perfect effect. If it's a mid venue to a small venue, one Nimbus is sufficient because it throws a lot of power and it throws like the smoke is just crazy. It looks very nice. Like the effect is
Mhm.
very nice with just one, but on big venues, then two will be preferable. And it's dry ice, so it stays low laying ice. It won't go up. And
Do you
then
have to
it's
tell the do you have to tell the venue to turn off the AC?
yes.
Hmm.
Well, not necessarily the AC, but when they have fans,
Fans,
you
yeah,
have to. I do tell them to please turn off the fans because that's gonna sparse the smoke,
yeah, yeah,
and before it gets to them, it's like it's open, like. So I did tell them to do that. Once the dancing on the clouds is over, they can turn on the fans if they want, but like for the specific dance, turn it off
yeah,
because
yeah,
that's not. But like I was saying with quinceañeras and that with quinceañeras, when you throw the smoke, the smoke will go around their freaking
Oh, their
dress.
dress,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So it's coming this way. She's here, and the smoke goes up to here, and right here is just empty because it's
Oh,
stopping it.
it blocks it,
Yeah,
yeah.
it blocks it. But now when she's like when the dad or the mom is dancing this way, it's covering.
Mhm.
But where she is, it's not
So
because
then if you
because of
have
the
another
same
on the
thing.
other side, then you could
Yeah,
do
when you have the other one there, it's like then you get. But again,
that's
uh,
you need a whole other
uh,
person too, then,
yes.
you need
Then
a
you will
second
need
person
two people to do it.
for a
Yeah,
dancing on the cloud.
yeah, and then that's more
Yeah,
money. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
So, but yeah, to answer your question or to help you in your shopping decisions, I think in my experience, and because I have it, the Nimbus, it's the
and
best
dry ice.
choice. And yeah, because it's dry ice. And
Yeah,
you can find dry ice ever. Like, it's not hard to find dry ice. Now, there's two different types. You can get the bricks or you can get the pallets. If you get the pallets, it's way better if you get the pallets because they're already cut in like little things, little pellets. So
yeah,
once you throw
more
in like
more
the
surface area.
dispersion of the smoke, it's better. But when you have the brick, you have to like chop it like really really small, so you can throw it into the basket, and then once you put it down, it just throws.
Yeah,
So again, if you get the Nimbus and you want to find a place that you can get pallets because the effect will be nicer. You can still get a good effect with the bricks, but with pallets, is in my view, I think is way better.
hmm, that makes
So
sense.
yeah, what's up,
Yeah,
DJ
what's up?
Danny?
What's up, Danny? Thanks for stopping by.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yes,
Let us know if you
sir.
have any. Let us know if you have any questions, comments, and we would love to discuss with you
Yeah,
guys.
we'll pull it up. You were saying about the what do you say when if a client asks you about backup, if you have backup?
I do. Well, I do tell them I do have backups for everything, but do I take them? I don't take. I don't really take anything. Like my backup is my Evers.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
So if
Like
one of
it's
my
built
speakers
in.
go off, yeah, one of my speakers go off, my Evers is powerful enough to like have another one. Now, if
Right.
the let's say the venue it's close to me, like within like 30 minutes, I can just call out my wife, my sisters, my mom, my dad, somebody, and then they can
Yeah.
go get my stuff and then switch me up. Because I'm not gonna go like who really goes with a let's say with a big ass trailer to a
With
wedding
two
when
two of
you only need
everything, yeah.
yeah like you don't.
Like
But like
as long as you
computer
have a
wise,
backup idea of something. Okay, if this goes down, then this is what I would do. But it's not like a replica of what
yeah.
you
So
had.
yeah, so my obviously my idea is I always when I start the party I always have my Evers connected to my either to one of the speakers or
Your XLR,
to
Y
my
X5.
mixer just in case if one of my speakers go off or if both of my speakers go off. My Evers is connected to the mixer. My Evers is working, so I got music. Might not be as
Yeah.
loud as it was before, but you got music going on for enough time for me to like figure out what's going on, you know?
Well,
So
the other thing with your Everse is it's you got backup for in case power goes out too,
yeah,
you know?
because
So
it's battery
if
power, yeah.
if like obviously it's not on you, you know, if the venue power goes out, it's you know the
Hmm.
venue's problem. But you could be like a hero because then you got both lighting, you got wireless lights, and you got Everse. So you could like play music through the Everse, and you could have you know you could
Well,
have lighting also, and then the party could still like it won't be a complete silence.
but the problem with if the light goes off, then my machine goes off.
Like your
Or
mixer.
my booth, yeah, my
No, but then
booth
you
goes
just
off.
hey, dude, Bluetooth from your phone
Then
onto the
yeah,
Everse.
well,
And then
yeah,
and the Phoenix, you could plug in the Phoenix to the back.
I will, yeah, definitely Bluetooth my computer
Yeah,
to my. So yeah, basically, I can DJ if
yeah,
like the light
that's the
goes off.
thing. So
I
that's a
can use
big.
my Everse and my MacBook, and I'm fine. And then I
So
can just
you could be the hero. You could save a wedding like in the worst case if something goes out and it's like otherwise you can have sound, you can have lighting still too. Yeah,
yeah,
both lighting
sure.
offers dual hose, but it's liquid. Yeah. Yeah, that's the one that I had
But
showed
see,
before.
the thing is like when I hear liquid, it I feel like it's more like a haze effect than a dancing on the cloud effect.
Yeah, I don't know.
You see what
I
I'm
haven't
saying?
tried
Like
I haven't
the
tried it.
throw, the push, it's not gonna be as hard or as powerful as it is on dry ice because it's liquid, so it's not
Yeah,
thick.
water-based. Yeah, I've never seen this one in action. I don't think they have a video on here either, but
Yeah, because nobody's
that's the
dumb enough to
thing.
buy it.
Yeah, someone's gotta buy it and make a review on it.
I never seen a review on
Or
that one. So
yeah, or Rick
uh,
Webb's gotta send it out. We've been advertising it. If Rick Webb sees this, then he'd be like, yo, send it out. We'll do a review on it.
uh,
It'll be an honest review though.
oh yeah, you ain't getting you're not getting any sauce up from me. You'll get an honest review on what I
You get
think
an
about
honest
it.
review though. And you can compare it against the Nimbus.
I
Go
I think there's no comparison.
at the next
Water based
Wednesday.
that's missed. What
One side of the dress, you got the Nimbus, and one side of the dress, do the both lighting, and see what happens. Which one goes through? If the both lighting goes through the dress, then he's the winner, bro.
it that's impossible. I don't think that if the dry ice doesn't go through the dress, the mist is mist, bro. It's water. It's a mist.
Bro, then
It's not
people gotta
strong
watch
enough.
out. That means it's going through people's bodies. Then you gotta do some
Like
cancer testing on that or
yeah,
something.
it's not like it's not giving you a freaking a cloud effect.
Yeah,
It's gonna give you like a hookah bar effect. You know what I'm saying? Like That's
Gonna
what you're
be
gonna get.
you're gonna gas people out of the venue.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I'm interested. I
Yeah, I
wish
wonder. I haven't
I
seen it in
wish
action, so that's the
anyone.
thing.
Yeah, I will have to do some research on the above lighting one.
Both
But
lighting. What's the thing even called? Vacuum. Both lighting, low lying fog. That's the thing. I've never seen anyone
it's
do
not a
do a
vacuum,
review.
man. Vacuum sucks in.
Both.
Oh man.
That's funny, dude. Yeah, I don't
But
know, but that's
yeah,
the thing. I've never seen it, and then I'm. Oh, actually, I see a video by Both Lighting on it right now, but it's like the Both Lighting company.
well, they're gonna sauce it up.
Yeah, so it's not like by an actual user. Oh, it looks legit. Hold on, let me pull this up. Let me pull this
Yeah,
up.
pull it up.
Since we're talking about this so much, then I think I gotta pull it up. Hold on a second.
Pull it up, player. Pull it up. Let me see what's good.
I don't know though, because that's the thing. This is shared by the actual company, so you never know what they're. All right, so we got our man filling up water. Oh, see, mist oil, dude. That's the thing. This stuff can trigger the. It's high risk of triggering the fire alarm.
Hold up, make that jump big so we can see.
All right, you got a remote. Oh, oh.
Okay.
It looks nice, but I don't know. Maybe they
Huh?
don't got fire alarms in that over there. Oh, I don't know though.
But
It's hard to trust when it's. I need to see it like if an actual DJ, like somebody did a real life thing, then you might know a little bit more. Obviously, that's more like an advertisement.
yeah, so like for example, like I have like this one that I did. Let me see, like this one.
Oh, wow, that's one Nimbus.
Yeah, that's one.
Wow.
So that was the first time we used it. So we didn't really know.
Oh,
See,
there
that's
we go.
so we didn't really know how to work.
Yeah,
And
so you got to move around
see,
with it.
look, yeah. So see,
Yeah.
that's the effect
Uh,
that you want because that looks like
yeah.
clouds.
But you gotta
So
you gotta go like back and forth like that.
yes, you have to move from back and forth because
Yeah, yeah,
it helps with the effect, especially this one. The AC was on.
yeah.
So and again, it was the first time using it. We didn't really understand it. So once we figured it out, we were like, I bet we know how to do now. So
Right.
he said
I
only
think I think
thing.
SA is watching us like behind. He's like 10 minutes behind. If you don't start on the live, then you're like 10 minutes behind. I think that's what's happening because he's like catching up slowly. Yeah, backup
Okay.
cable.
Only thing I take are backup cables. My JBL Eon 715s also have Bluetooth just in case. So yes, Bluetooth comes very in handy
Yep.
when it comes to backup because like Shay just brought it up. If everything goes south, I have the possibility of connecting my laptop to my eBirds via Bluetooth and still be able to DJ with no problem.
Yeah.
I wouldn't need none of my controllers or anything like that. I can save the party with one Everse until maybe the light comes back or whatever. So I don't know, maybe get another Everse just in case. They're small, so you can take those anywhere. That's a good thing about it. They're very portable
Yeah.
and they're battery power and they're powerful. They're strong for the little thing that they are. They're very strong.
But my thought is when you have two speakers set up, it's like to me, the backup to your two speakers is the other speaker. So like the chances that both speakers like something goes wrong with the power or something is so low. Like at least unless the power
Yeah.
goes out. So it's like yeah, worst case, right? If another speaker, one of them breaks, you can still rock a party with a one. Like if you had one LD44G2, it's like that could still it'll be less
Yeah.
volume, but you could still rock the rest of the party.
Yeah, yeah.
The thing that scares me though is like you're doing a ceremony and you don't have then what do you do? Like if your speaker breaks in the ceremony, I think you're just screwed. Like it's
My
just game.
Everse? My
No,
Everse?
any speaker, yeah, like Everse or
Oh,
whatever setup anyone has, because it's like if you're doing the one speaker ceremony, it's like that is where you could get in trouble because then it's like you know, what do you do in the middle of a ceremony if your speaker breaks? It's just like it's just like what can you do? You know, you're not gonna. I'm not
Yeah.
bringing. You could bring a second speaker. Like if it's something really really high stakes, then maybe you bring a second speaker and just have it there. But that's where I like when I have two speakers though. I have built-in backup because one goes down, the other one's still going. You know.
Mhm. Yeah. So, well, in that case, then I mean, you will have to use one of your reception speakers, bring
Yeah, but
it
you
and
have to
use that.
run there and get it in the middle of the ceremony.
Yeah, and then they're not battery powered, so now you need a source, power
Yeah,
source.
then you need this next point, the jackery.
I'm buying a jack battery, and so that will provide my equipment if it goes out. Would is this jackery? You are you talking about
Check it out.
for boy? Get out of here! Look at this. I got Mahjong too.
What is that? Oh my god, what is that? That's small, dude. That's sick.
Yeah. So this is the one. This is the one I use for my ceremonies. So I connect the
Oh,
microphone to
oh,
this.
but yeah, because you just need for your microphone then. That's
Yeah.
why, right? Yeah,
But this I have connected my equipment to this joint.
it works.
Not the speakers, but
Oh,
just like my booth, and it
yeah.
works.
Oh,
So,
nice.
but it will work for like 30 minutes because
Uh,
it will juice up the whole thing in 30
bro,
minutes.
this is the I have the three. Maybe I'll make a video on this one day, but I have the 300-watt one,
Uh-huh.
and this one, bro, this thing can power. It can power two speakers, mics.
But
Yeah,
how
that's basically it.
powerful is the speaker though? Can it power up my
No,
42?
like my HDM 45, dude. So what? Because what it does is, so when even if you have the HDM 45 or the EV like on max, the most it's gonna take at a time is like 70 watts of power, like even like max volume.
Uh-huh.
So this can go up to 300 watts at a time. It can handle that much current. So if you
But
like,
that's because you don't use subs.
I
Okay,
haven't
that's
tested.
different.
Yeah,
That's
no,
different.
yeah. Subs take more, but you can do two tops, and like for a ceremony, like you don't want to bring in a sub. So for a ceremony, you could bring this, and I use this to power the speaker. The I use a mixer, 12-channel mixer, and then mics with this, and
Okay.
it lasts for 5 hours.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, so this one's good. This one it's good if you will need to power a speaker because I don't have a battery powered speaker, so that's why I use this one. But
Okay, so that,
if you're just doing mics, like mics take barely any power or anything. Like
yeah.
the
So that's why
the
I got
boom.
the smallest one. I want to make it as portable as possible. So
Yeah, this one
like that's
it's still
small
pretty.
too. That's small
Yeah,
too.
it's small. It's small. Like this is my head, size of my head. So
Okay, so it is.
it's probably like 6-7 pounds. So it's still this one's small. So, but it's got a it's a little bit more pricey. I think I got it for like
Rick
two.
Webb showcased it in a few videos ago.
Yeah,
Did he?
yeah.
Did he go? Okay, I gotta check it out because I haven't seen that one.
He's got the Jackery, and then there's stronger ones too. So if you
Wait,
want more power, then
what did he showcase?
I think the
The
Jackery
Jackery,
did.
or he's talking
Oh
about
no
the?
no,
No,
maybe
he's
he's
talking about
talking. Yeah yeah
the vacuum,
yeah. 'Cause I think I think he's a little behind. That's why.
the vacuum looking thing. What's up, Smiley?
Hey, what's up,
See you back.
Smiley?
See you back in here, bros. What's up?
Oh, Smiley, yo, I gotta tell you something. Remember, I was saying about that. So remember, Smiley, I recommended the Sennheiser G4 for you for like the best way to transmit audio wirelessly, like the most professional.
He
But turns
lied.
out, like, just in case you haven't already bought that, um, I'll link it up here. But basically, Shure created one of those same things like body pack transmitters, but it has true diversity on it too. So this is like I think this is the first one that's like the body pack size that has true diversity, and it literally just came out. So if you are super still interested in getting like a really reliable like wireless like body pack setup that you can use for speakers or you can use for a lapel mic or even just like a regular microphone you can pair to it, then check out this one. I'll look for the link here in a bit, but it's a Shure SLX system that they just made with body packs. It looks pretty sick.
Xbox works fine too. Just
I mean, his question is what's the best one?
Oh, okay. Best
Like
one, I don't know.
the best one to do it, like, you know, like if you're going all the way front to back, the entire room, you know?
Okay, yeah, never mind. I don't know. I use the
I'll show
X5,
you.
so that's the only thing I can talk about because that's the only thing I use. The X5.
Yeah, this
I don't know about
guy,
anything else.
because he was asking specifically, then I had recommended that one, and I was like, this other one came out like right after that. I was like, oh dang.
Oh,
And I was
Esther
like,
just realized that he was behind. He's live now. He's
that's hilarious. Welcome.
Hey, welcome
Welcome.
to the live. Welcome to the
Welcome to
live.
real life. All right,
But
then
it's cool.
this is the video. This is still, I'm linking for Smiley here, but this
Hi,
is,
Smiley. So that's the video you wanna check out.
yeah, that video, and then this is the one. This is True Diversity, which is kind of crazy because it's such a small. Oh, both IR4s. Here we go.
Yo, those are lit. I'm telling you, the
Yeah, those
IR4s
are the truth.
are lit. So simple, easy to set up, so small, easy to carry, so portable,
Yep.
like amazing. Like
No,
it's just amazing. I love them.
they're the best, like best combination of you know, like portability and price too.
Yes. Yeah.
Because when
How
you're,
many you have? How many you got?
I have 20.
Yes, you got 20. Okay, I got 24.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I'm
So
thinking of getting more because they're so good.
yeah, they're
But you
good.
know what's interesting? Because I just watched, speaking of Rick Webb, I watched his latest video. Like he was comparing all the different types of uplights out there,
Mhm.
and then he also was advertising how they're coming out with those little cans. Both lighting is coming out with those little can ones.
The like the ape
Yeah,
cans or
they're
whatever.
like they're gonna be like the ape cans.
Uh-huh.
But what was super interesting is he said that those ape cans, or these, they're called chroma cans. They're gonna work with master slave with the IR4 too. So if you have IR4s,
On the same
then
channel then. You have to put it on the
yeah,
same
the
channel.
same
Uh-huh.
master slave can go to the cans too. So I was like, that's interesting because then you could, like, you could use it as almost like a pin spot. You know, like if someone has like a cake or something, you want to highlight a certain table, you can just
Yeah.
put those cans up, and you could use it almost like a pin spot, maybe. So I was like, when I heard that, it's like it can be master slave with both IR4s. Like I got kind of interested in them because before I was like, oh, whatever, I'm not gonna buy these cans. But I was like, oh, that could be interesting. Like if you're using it in master slave, and then you could mount them because they're so light. It's like it could be something that's interesting to look at.
What are your thoughts on the tubes?
Oh, bro, I don't like the tubes, to be honest.
No?
I think they're kind of just like a fad. I think they're all hype right now because everyone's seeing it on YouTube and stuff. But
Hmm.
I think they're just kind of like a temporary thing, you know?
I feel like they kind of look childish. Like
Yeah.
it looks like one of the Star Wars swords. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, and it looks like a tube light, like to a regular person, you know, it's like if they walk in, they think like this guy just has like tube lights like on stands, you know, like
Yeah.
the ones that you put on the ceiling. So like I get it, they're super convenient, which is awesome. But like, you know, I think if you have them up on stands and stuff, and you have them in cool designs, like I've seen that people use it that way, like on trusses and stuff. But when
Yeah.
you just have them on the floor and they're just like four of them on the floor, like
And just yeah.
I don't think it looks that good. So and
Smiley got
they're pricey.
16 RI4s, 10 Rogueville 6 RFs, and 4 Rogueville
Oh.
RF4s. How do you like the Rogueville? I heard about the 6 RFs, and
I don't know what that
I
is.
know about the Rogueville R4s. The Rogueville R4, they're okay, but
Oh,
the
the
6
six
RF,
RF are like the ones you used to have. Didn't you used to have
me? No, I
rock
had the Rogueville Par 50s, but I
uh
hated them.
these ones?
Like the practicality. I love the practicality of the IR4s because with one remote you can control all of them. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? With the best part 50s, I had to go to every single one of them and then press like sound mode, and then they will do like their own thing each one.
Yeah, yeah.
And like at first I was like, okay, man, this is cool, whatever. But then I remember I told you, then the Solstice, he was like,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
looks
He called
horrible,
you
blah,
out.
blah, blah. And I was like, damn, he's right. Like to me at
Yeah.
first it looked cool because that was what I could afford at that time. So I thought it was like I was like, oh damn, this is battery power, so it's cool. And
Yeah.
then both lighting came out, and I was like, oh shit, man, I like them. And then boom, I was like, I'm just gonna go. I sold the best part 50s, and I was like, I'm
RF4.
going to IR4. They're so small, they're so practical. You
Yeah,
can fit them anywhere, anywhere. Like they're
yeah.
slick.
It's so easy to bring.
Yeah, and you press one button, the whole thing just goes to one color,
Yeah,
and then you press some more, they all doing the same thing. That's amazing.
6RF.
Smiley, let's see what he said. The both IR4s aren't really good for washing the floor.
Yeah,
Well, they're meant for uplights, not for washing the floor. So,
but he's saying
but that's still
the
no, it's
six,
still no,
yeah,
still
the
hard,
six
no.
RF. I think they're probably more powerful. That's probably what it is. And I think when there's six diodes or six lights, it casts like a wider beam. Versus when you have four, it's going to be a little bit more narrow and it travels farther up. But the six will be a little bit more wider, so you could probably use it to wash a little bit better.
The six are part six are retired. Okay,
That's also
but
why then
this
you
is like
get
a little
the
bulkier. Oh yeah,
yeah,
actually they look like the one I yeah they look like the ones I have.
yeah. I think they
Yeah,
probably just have six,
but yeah,
but then you could
the
get
dials
the
are bigger. They're definitely bigger.
yeah. There's six of them,
So
so you got the
so it's
wider
gonna throw
angle.
more light. Definitely, it's gonna throw more light than what the IR4s do.
Yeah,
But again, for the practicality of it, and for at least for what we use it, which is app lighting, it works perfect. And
yeah,
even when I do house parties, I don't take my big lights. I just take the IR4s and I just direct them to like like aim to the dance floor and like four or five, six of them, and it's fine. You can even put them. You can even turn them into a, like the T stand and just hang
yeah.
them there and like have them
You could do
projected
it
to the
that way.
dance floor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, even
obviously.
if at small parties, if you just have them pointing towards the ceiling, it'll reflect off of the ceiling, onto the dance floor. So that's what I do. Even for small parties, I still use them. And
Yeah,
they're just
same
so
thing.
light too. And then
That's what.
I got the wash effects for like more when I actually want to wash stuff.
Yeah, when I use the wash effects, also when I want to wash like the
Yeah,
majority of them. But overall, like I think for the use again, the use that we give it, the IR4s are like perfect. You know,
yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's just
The
perfect.
six RF are interesting too. I don't know what their features are, but they're probably brighter, but it's probably harder to control all of them all at the same time. It says it's RF though, so but I had the Rockville RF fours, and then I went with I ended up going with the IR4 instead because the RF4 was harder to
Oh,
control with just the remote.
yeah, definitely. I did a house party 3 weeks ago. Have four of them.
Mm,
Have four of the IR6 on a stand,
the
and the rest of lighting. Well, see,
RF6.
that's a great combination. If you put it like that, then yeah, that's definitely a great combination. Now, were you able to get the fours and the six like to do the same thing? I guess you will DMX, but
No, he
did
said
you?
he's used the RF6s only on a T stand and the
Oh,
rest for
okay.
uplighting.
See, I can't read. I
They're
can't read.
rechargeable wireless, yeah, wireless DMX.
There's
That's
6 and 10
cool
channels. Okay.
if they're rechargeable and stuff. Because if you use DMX anyways, then it's like if they got wireless DMX built in, that's a nice feature.
Yeah, but see, that's the beauty of the IR4s.
IR4,
They're already built in, so you just
yeah,
press the button. Like this one, you actually need a controller or a computer or whatever
yeah,
you
you need the
use.
system.
So
That's why I was like excited
it's
about
not
those
that convenient.
chroma things. I was like, oh, that's interesting. Then if you can control these cans using the remote too, like with a master slave, then that's kind of a game changer
Yeah.
also.
And don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking it down. Like I think if the six IRF works for you, then so be it. It's just that I guess in Shay's and my mentality, like the IR4s are like the thing that it takes us
Yeah,
away from
those are sick.
DMXing. Keep it
Yeah.
simple, and that's
Yeah,
basically what
I
we're
think
looking for.
if you're DMXing, then you have more options for sure. Like because then as long as you have battery powered, as long as they're not heavy, right? Size is big, And then if you have DMX built in and you have a battery built in, then it's like, all right, if you're not using the master slave anyways, then it doesn't matter. But this has the you can use the master slave plus their light plus their battery, they're battery powered and wireless DMX built in. So that's what I like about them. But yeah, you do miss, if you're looking for a wider dispersion, with the 6 diodes, then that's what the RF4 is missing. Like that, the fact that you're losing the 2. Definitely, I use the hold on. Yeah. Oh, I X'd it out. Oh yeah, you do it.
My bad. I thought you were doing it. Definitely. I use the IR4s and the IR6 on DMX. I just bought a MIDI controller, Tractor Control F1. I heard about this Tractor Control F1 too. It's just that the only thing about it is that it's another thing to bring and have it on your table. You know what I'm saying? Like, and now that I don't use it for
What is that one though? Is it? Oh, it's for sound. It's like to control sound switch, right? Or one of those. You use it to control one of the programs on your computer.
Oh, so it's like sound switch.
Tractor Control F1. Let me look it up here. Oh
no, it's it's like the one what's it called? The one that just came out too, like the Wolf Mix.
Yeah, but this one is a MIDI controller, so then you can use this to like control your lighting software.
Yeah, so for
sound switch
for the rest of the crowd that it's looking into it, I can go ahead and let me show you what he's talking about. So he's talking about this one right here.
Yeah.
So this is the one he's talking about. Oh, but you know what? It's very slick. It's small. Yeah, it's not like the Wolf Mix. The Wolf Mix. That's the one that I was looking at. The Wolf Mix, but that one is huge. And
that's interesting.
I don't have space to put it on my booth.
This one you could slide in there on the side, on the opposite side of where your mixer is. It's slick.
Yeah, it's small. It's cool.
Bro, Smiley, you should make a video on this.
Yeah, do a review on it. We'll love to see it.
Yeah, it says yes. I've seen this Control 1. That's the one I see people using more. It looks like that. The sound switch.
Now, hold up. So this goes connected to the computer, and then through the computer, you get the DMX out. Wait, how does that work?
There's a little dongle that you connect USB to the DMX
to the dongle, to
DMX dongle. Yeah, to the DMX transmitter.
To the transmitter. Oh, okay.
So this basically, you just use this to control the sound switch program on your computer.
So you have to download a program on your computer.
Yeah.
That connects to this.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's kind of like how we use Serato, and our controller controls Serato.
Yeah, I got it.
So then you got Serato running, and then you have sound switch running on your laptop, on your computer, and then this will control the sound switch app.
So this is not a standalone.
That's the difference. Yeah, okay. That's the difference. You have to still use sound switch with this.
Oh, okay.
And then your computer plugged in, but usually people use a separate laptop. So that's why you see a lot, like, people have 2 laptops. Is one laptop is dedicated to like just having the sound switch program running on it, and then you have the dongle attached to that computer.
Yo, sound switch is expensive. How much is sound switch?
I haven't looked at it. I don't know.
I think it's expensive. Sound switch.
Oh, see, that's the Control 1. That's the one you see. Like Rick Webb has that one.
Best way to light the event, sound switch. Let's see. Shop.
Yeah, see, that's that interface.
Okay, this is the controller too, like right here.
Yeah,
$300 for the controller.
That's the one I've seen Rick Webb have, sound switch controller. And then that's the little dongle. Oh, there you go. $200.
So $200 plus $219. So you're talking about like $450. Plus
yeah, the Wolf Mix is $600.
Yeah, but it's standalone. You don't need a computer.
Yeah,
you can control it yourself.
If you have a powerful, the thing is, if you have a powerful computer, you could run the program on the same computer that you're bringing for Serato, anyways.
Yeah, but that's also kind of risky if your computer like shuts down or whatever. Your lights are down.
Yeah,
If
if you
you
have a
use the C
powerful,
joint, yeah,
your whole show is down. Then you
yeah,
got your lights and your Serato, everything.
like your friend, like his joint went down.
No, everything shut down at one time. You know. All right,
Yeah,
we got another IR4. Yes,
let's see.
IR4 with the app. Yeah, the app is interesting. I in my video I talked about using the app for
I
it
was gonna
works.
make a video. I was gonna make a video about the app because it works. However, it's like so outdated. It looks
Yeah,
horrible.
yeah, yeah. That's the thing is it's like a bonus. It's like a
It's like
bonus feature, you know. It's
it's like
like
you're looking at virtual DJ.
yeah,
I don't mean to hurt. I don't mean
bro,
to hurt
shots
nobody's
fired.
feeling, but
Shots fired, bro.
but but you know, like that, it has like an old look, you know.
Yeah,
Something.
yeah. It's old. It's old.
So my Smiley got a $30 sound switch dongle.
Yeah.
Sound switch has their own dongle. Oh, okay,
No, that one it was on the website.
7 a month.
Yeah.
So you
I think
know,
price wise, if you buy the Wolf Mix versus you buy this, it's not about the price. I think it's just about like what you think is more convenient.
what you're gonna use it.
Yeah, because you spend $600 on Wolf Mix is more than that. I think like 650 or something. You spend 600, 650 on that versus software and then a controller like this. You're gonna be paying the same amount, but you know if it's just which one you
Well,
prefer then.
yeah, and the practicality voice. You know, that's also another thing.
Yeah, yeah,
What's more
you
practical?
plug this one in.
Yeah. So
But
like
if you
if
yeah,
you're the type like maybe Smiley is more into like the techie type, so he might like this type of stuff. But we're I guess you and I are more into like the simple stuff. So as simple as we
yeah, if
can
you
make
have
it,
yeah,
then you know,
less parts. You have less parts with the Wolf Mix. It's just one
yeah.
you know, like everything built in one. But then versus this one you can you know, it's like price wise it's ends up being the same. I think it's just like preference.
It's just like I guess also it's just like controllers. You know, like oh I just purchased like I
Yeah,
was
like a
telling Shay,
standalone controller.
yeah, like a standalone controller. And right now, I just purchased the Hercules T7, the premium one. So
Yeah.
I'm getting it tomorrow. So I'll be making a video of that. So stay put. But and and he has the Rev One, and he likes that one. And you know, like the price is different. It's just like what you're gonna need it for, what you're gonna use it
But
for,
the I
and
think
all of
the
this.
other thing is like some controllers are standalone, so you don't even need a laptop for that, right? So then it's like I think that's a more fair comparison because it's like all right, the Wolf Mix is like you get like a Denon, you know, that has it built in engine OS versus getting SoundSwitch is like getting a controller and getting a laptop and running Serato, and then it's like which software do you like more too? You know, it's like which software are you more familiar with? So if you're familiar with using SoundSwitch, then it's like you're not gonna move over to a Wolf Mix. You have to relearn like how to program stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
the
features.
features you can create manual light shows. That's the thing. That's the thing with this one. Creating the manual light shows and you know the auto scripting, all of that. It's in theory is really good. It's cool, and I think it's more for so. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that like you know like this manual show light shows or whatever, more for like when you're like type like EDM or festival type of DJs, because you know like the beat drops and like you want to do this and that. Right? So it's more fun. Yes, don't get me wrong. It's more fun to have like a manual show and or whatever. But um, I don't know. I'm just really
I
into the
think it's hard
simplicity.
too because we don't even have it.
Yeah,
we,
yeah,
we don't
yeah.
even have
Again, but
we don't even have
simple.
the Wolf Mix. We don't even know what it does.
Yeah, I mean, I watch a lot of videos on that because I was really thinking
Oh
about getting
really?
it because just like Danny, I also have the Airstream DMX and
Yeah.
I use donors with it, but I haven't tried to connect. Wait, what?
He has, but he's like, yo, I'm just using the master slave. That's what he's
Okay, I
saying.
do have I don't even know if they will work together.
Well, your IR4s work with
Wait,
it, right?
the IR. Well, no, I don't have my IR force connected to
Oh, you
to
don't?
my
Oh, never mind.
no. No,
I think it
I
would work though. I think it works.
yeah, it should. I just gotta put them on the same
Yeah,
channel, and
the
it
same
should work.
color. So if you want to, but yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah,
Like with
but
the
it works. I know it works because I was on one of my weddings. When I was trying to connect my lights, what two of my donors, I had them on the same color as all my IR4s.
uh
So when I was setting up the colors that I wanted for that event, that it kept changing my IR4s too, and I was
yeah
like,
yeah
what the
yeah
fuck, what's going on? Why is my IR4s changing? Like
yeah
it didn't come to my head that it was on the same channel. Then after like a couple minutes, I was like, oh my god, what a dumbass! They're in the same channel,
yeah.
so it works. So Danny, it does work,
It works,
but
but you don't
the
need
thing is
to.
that with the Airstream DMX, I don't know. Do you have any problems connecting to the Wi-Fi, to the Airstream Wi-Fi? Because I have problems with that. So I use an iPad that doesn't have cellular data. So I just use an iPad, and when I connect to it, 8 times out of 10, it tells me that there's a poor connection, or you can't connect to it. It's not responding. I get like stupid errors. But now when I do it with my phone, it works. So I don't know if it's because my phone has cellular data and it works that way, or like what the hell's going on. So I don't know if my Airstream DMX is like messing up or what. But let me know how you have yours connected. Do you use just a plain iPad without internet, or like without data, or do you use a cellular data item? Smiley said, what am I saying? Yeah, don't do manual live
Auto
shows.
scripted.
Okay, I just okay.
So
That's
yeah, it
make
sounds like you could do that too.
it automatically. But I have some auto loops created and let it work alone. Hey man, that
Maybe
sounds.
what we'll do is you get the wolf mix and I'll get the sound switch, and we could compare. Then we could do a
Uh,
battle.
I need in that case, I'm gonna have to sell my Airstream GMX first.
But I'm gonna need that
'Cause
for free though. I'm gonna need sound switch to send that for free. Then we can do the battle.
I mean, if it's for free, I'll take that Airstream. I'll take the damn Wolf mix and then I'll play with it. I
Yeah.
don't mind. What he said? To be honest, I just use Airstream to control my spot to remove heads with donors.
Mm.
Okay, same thing with me. What I use my donors for, I mean, my Airstream DMX is to control my Pocket Pros and to control my Wash effect hexes. That's the only thing I need it for, and I only use it to have to in the beginning of the reception. So when we start for the first dance, because we want spotlight. So what I do is I put my two movie heads for the spotlight, and then my Wash effects all in white, so you get like a really white out uh, venue. And then after that, I turn it off and I just put it on sound mode. So and it works. Or if I want, I do have a one of my let me see in my app. So I do have a scene. If you I don't know if you guys can see it there
Mm.
or the glare.
No, you
So
can
I
see
do
it.
have a scene right here that says like party mode. So when I click on it, it starts doing like a party mode number 3. I think that's what it's called. And I do it that way. But then like 9 times out of 10, right after the dinner is over, I shut off my donors. I don't need them no more, and then I just put it on sound mode, and they do the same thing anyway, so
Yeah.
it works. So that's good. But
So
yeah,
I used
I
to
give
all
it the
my
same
lights.
use. I give it
Yeah,
the
I used
same
to
use.
have all my lights on sound mode before I learned DMX. Yeah, that's the phase. That's the phase I'm at right now. I don't use sound mode, but I use like the fade. I just turn on a fade mode or something, and I just let them go. I keep my Chave wash effects on fades sometimes. I just keep them on fades if I need to do something. But DMX gonna be the next project for me. The next upgrade I think I'm gonna have to do because now I'm running out of things to experiment with.
I don't know. I mean, DMX is fun if you have the time for it and the
Yeah,
patience to learn it. You know.
yeah,
But besides that, if I'm more into the music and the lights, to be honest.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
as long as I am providing the right amount of music and and they're enjoying it, the lights really is just like an
yeah.
add-on. You know what I'm saying?
But now it's like I feel like I know what I'm doing enough with the music that it's like I'm not like looking up stuff on music. I'm looking up stuff now on like new things like lighting. And yeah, Daryl Bennett for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
he's
like the
really good. He's really good at explaining. Yeah,
sound switch guru. His light shows are like he does a lot of stuff. Oh, Facebook group. Yeah.
and there's Facebook group. Okay.
Yeah. I think the concepts are pretty similar too. It's like, you learn DMX, you can apply it to different types of controllers and different types of programs. It's like once you learn the basics, then it's just about like how do you do it in this specific program.
Yeah.
But man, I think we got to switch the time to 9 to 10 p.m., bro, because we get all the I think we get all the West Coast people at the end of our show.
Okay. I mean, I don't mind. Okay, so next week we'll go do it at 9 o'clock, 9 to 10.
Yeah, so 6 p.m. Pacific time, because then I gotta go. Then if it gets we doing overtime, bro. Then I
See,
gotta.
Danny's East Coast. He's with us.
Oh, he's East Coast.
Yeah, Danny's
Oh,
East
okay.
Coast.
We got East Coast. All right, we got East Coast here. All right, we'll see. We'll see.
I think Smiley's in California.
And we lost the SA, bro. SA skipped to the live, and then he got bored. Oh, you're in CT? Nice. I'm in New York. That's sick. Oh, East
Okay,
Coast.
East Coast, North Carolina.
All right, never mind. Keep the same time.
Oh, but look, it looks like they are able to jump in a little later than 8. So
Yeah.
maybe we should try
Maybe
9,
we'll
9 to
try.
10
We
next
can
week.
try it. Hey, not doing nothing.
Yeah, and we'll have them.
CT, that's sick,
Hopefully
though.
they can jump in too. So Smiley's really close to me.
Oh yeah, North Carolina.
Yeah.
Well, that's makes sense why he's an expert on lighting. He's close. He's in both lighting territory too. He lives with the both lighting experts.
He goes to Rick Webb.
And that's why he's down with Sound Switch, because Rick Webb is also Sound Switch.
Yep, Rick Webb's
Bro,
also
he could have driven to the both lighting warehouse and picked up the lights in person. He didn't even have to do the shipping.
the shipping. That's true. But yeah, so next week we'll start at 9 p.m.
Yo, do
just to
9.
give it a shot and see how it goes. Hopefully, all of you guys are watching. Yeah, I'm out here helping Rick Webb.
Yeah, he's probably one of the guys in his crew.
Probably.
Marcellus, or what's the other guy? Show Out, DJ Show Out, and DJ Marcellus.
Hey, they're doing it. So
Yeah, they're doing big,
it
dude.
is.
Both lighting and thing. It's quality products, man. Like it's legit.
Yeah,
Like
I mean, I like it. Don't get me wrong. I'm
Yeah.
even trying to get or maybe I'll look into the MH150, like I mentioned to you before,
yeah,
or the other one, the wash one, the movie head,
yeah. The wash.
the wash movie.
I honestly, I think their Gobo moving heads are their weakest product, like the worst product. I think if you're gonna get a moving head from them, like you might as well you get the wash one. But if you want ones with the Gobos and the prisms, like just get a Chave or something, unless they come with a new one, because the both lighting like Gobos and prisms like just don't compare to like the Chave ones. Like usually it's like the products are comparable. It's like, all right, you buy the
Yeah.
IR4, you get something similar to a Chave, but specifically for that MH150 with the prisms and the Gobos is not like
It's not,
up
yeah,
to
it's not
par.
the same.
Up to par with like the Chaves and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
it's not comparable.
The washes though, the wash moving heads are good, but not the other ones.
Not the movie heads.
Because we keep it real, man. We keep it real. We're not sponsored by both lighting.
Well,
Maybe if we were, we wouldn't.
it,
But
it looks like Smiley is, or he's trying to be.
yeah, Smiley's about to join the both lighting team, bro. He's like, yo, don't talk shit about the MH150s, okay?
But yeah, guys, we went way past the time, so we'll see you guys next week. Not at the same time. We're gonna do 9 to 10 this time, and I'll go ahead and put a reminder so you guys know. So Miley, don't forget.
Yes,
9 o'clock
sir.
next week, and we'll come with something different, some new content. And if you
Thanks
guys,
for joining.
yeah, thank you guys very much for joining and watching, and just listening to us and our nonsense and our good senses too, and for commenting and keeping the live alive. So
Sir.
yeah, if you one of you guys want to be part of this and want to get into the live with us, let us know and we can get you featured in one of the episodes or keep you in here.
Yeah, we
And
got space.
yeah, we got space. So if you guys want to jump in and put a face to your names, that'll be great. We would love to meet you guys, and keep it going, keep growing, keep learning, and just have a good time.
Yes,
So
sir.
with
We can
that
give
being
you all the
said,
space.
all right, Smiley, you'll be on next week. Hey, Smiley, go ahead and send us your information, your email, and we'll send you an invite for next week. That way you can jump in and we can all be in here. And Danny, if you want to be in it, let us know. We'll get you in here. And
Yeah,
what was it? Oh, SA. If you want to be in it, let us know.
bro.
Send us
SA
an
SA
email.
caught up. SA caught up to the live and then dipped. He's like, "Yo, this shit's boring now." He was watching it. He was watching us in the past, and then he dipped out when he got to the live.
No, thank you, Danny. You have a good night as well, and
All right.
hopefully you wanna jump into here. It'll be so cool if all of us can just jump in and give our thoughts and senses and just talk about DJ related content. So
Yeah.
with that being said, guys, again, thank you very much. Much love for you guys, and I'll see you. Well, we will see you next week.
See
All
you
right.
next week.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.